Yes, well, they've just started prayer just a couple of minutes ago, and this is, of course, Rabba Mosque as well. Continuous sit-ins have been taking place throughout the week, where supporters of the ousted President Mohammed Morsi have been gathering, calling for his reinstatement. When we first arrived here, of course, you know, it depends on what part of the square or rather road you're on. At the entrance, we saw a rather festive crowd kind of dancing along to some song saying that Egypt is Islamic, it's not secular. Then we saw, as we went in, a more serious crowd, and of course now a more solemn mood as people pray on a Friday, of course, and this is the first Friday in Ramadan here. We have heard someone address the crowd in the last hour, you know, trying to get them more excited about why they're here, talking about the purpose of their gathering, talking about Morsi being reinstated, the ousted President Morsi being reinstated, and calling on General Sisi, the defense minister who announced his ousting, to leave. So, you know, still very much the same mood as we've seen throughout the week.
Rana, what about security forces, army, others? We can only see those people who are praying behind you. Tell us more about what's happening in the streets and the blocks well away from this, and particular towards where the other crowds are gathering.
Well, interestingly, what we have seen in the last few days is the army kind of pulling back some of their forces. We saw, you know, a massive deployment across Cairo at the beginning of the week. And then after the killings that took place earlier this week, 51 people died in that clashes that took place between supporters of the ousted president and the army. We saw a lot of them kind of pull back to their barracks, and each one kind of sticking to their side of the story. The army saying that they were attacked by protesters who held weapons, but we saw them withdraw from a lot of places. I mean, you still see some security around. Certainly here, you will not see any army barricades around it, but if you just look behind me over there, you can see that is a military base just at the fence, right there, as parallel to where the protesters have gathered, and they're still currently praying. They've just finished prayer now. So yeah, they're around and they can see them, but no one is really coming near here or telling them to leave at the moment.